Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with a Four of Cups. This is very stable energy. It's very, very good. Right? It's not in any kind of crisis. It's not in any kind of exciting state, right? It's just kind of there. Let's put it into some context, though, right? Let's see where there is. Oh, a 9. Interesting. I wonder if you've achieved quite a bit in your life, you know? I feel like if you're in this 9 of Cups, that's kind of starting to feel like a 4 of Cups, you know? It could be that we're just getting used to where we're at. That at one time this was it. This was the place to be, right? We were very excited in our energy. And now it's starting to feel like it's stagnating a little bit. That it's getting a little bit too comfortable, a little bit too familiar, right? Because the 4 is very stable. It's an even number. It's a state of things. The 9 is something active. It's an odd number. It's a process. It's a function. It's out there generating the happiness, right? So I kind of feel like this is signaling that it's time for us to kind of to get up, to get out of what is comfortable, to get away from what is familiar. And what? Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Tower, a high priestess. Please forgive my voice. I am getting over a head and chest cold. Oh, the moon card, too. We haven't had the tower in quite a while, I should say. So that's going to be fun. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. One random card from Smith-Waite Tarot. And let's just see where it feels right. I think that's good. We'll put Mr. Tao, the yin-yang duck, right there on top. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end. All right? And that will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need. Now, if at any point during the reading you get an idea, a sense, a feeling of what that card is, go ahead and put your prediction in the comments. All right? I want to see if we can collectively raise our vibrations, tap into spirit, tap into source, and start discerning that mystery card, you know, together as kind of a group exercise, right? I hope you'll play along with me. So let's take a look at these cards again. We've got major, major, major. So 3 major arcana. We've got fire and fire. We've got water and water. We've got air and air. And then we've got this lonely earth down here at the bottom. But otherwise, it's fairly balanced, right? It's pretty good. It's a little heavy on the major arcana, but that's never really a bad thing, is it? So we talked a little bit about the 4 and the 9. You know, I think the 4 is kind of some complacency. I think it is us feeling comfortable. It is us feeling good, right? And what kind of a word is good? Like, what does it really mean? It's not terrific. It's not terrible. It's good. Yeah. How's your food? It's good. But good is not enough right now. Not when we have this 9 of Cups here. And I think you're starting to recognize this. I feel as if we're perhaps looking for what we need in our life to get this 9 of Cups going again. right? Because the 9 is, again, it's an active number. It's an odd number. It's reaching out. It's generating. It's doing stuff, right? It's out in the world, being alive. It's enjoying what we're doing. This might be a little bored. This might be a little complacent, a little familiar, a little uninspired, right? But this is us living our best life. This is us pursuing our happiness, following our bliss, right? And this is what we want to get back to. Now, how do we do that? Let's look at some of the energies surrounding us. Major arcana. Big change. Big change needs to happen. Okay? Sometimes when we feel like we are in this kind of when we're in a stuck spot, when we're in this kind of frozen, a 4 of Cups kind of situation, and we are aware of how great things could be. See, it's not like you're unaware of this. It's like you know this is out there because you felt it before. Sometimes we think we need a big gesture, we need a big move, a big change, we need a big revelation, we need a big breakthrough, right? And this card is that big breakthrough. And this breakthrough is really tearing everything off the wall. You see in the movie where there's that frustrated artist, and in one scene they just tear everything off the walls, they throw all their paints, they tear down all their canvases. That's the relief that they need. That's the breakthrough that they have, because then what's left is, oh my God, I see it. And that's what leads them forward, because that tearing down all of that, it's like the scales falling from our eyes. And there's that eye right there at the top. There's the perception of the one truth, and there is the speaking of the one truth. Okay, and you've got to find that. What is your voice? What is your truth? What is your voice? I can't tell you. Tarot can't tell you. You have to dig deep and find it. So what is this big gesture? What is this breakthrough? What's going to facilitate that? Right? What do we need to do? Well, let's look to the 8 of Swords, because I feel like you're entertaining a few ideas. I feel like we've been thinking about different things, and we're kind of up in our head about it, right? We kind of know, we're kind of thinking about things, and we start to second guess ourselves. We start to have conflicting thoughts. We think, well, maybe over here, over there. Well, yeah, maybe not. Yes, but there's no action coming out of this card. It's a lot of thinking. Sometimes it's good to just be in your head, think. Get all that thinking out of your system, right? Think as much as you can, right? Really contemplate, really focus on the issue here. What is it that's dissatisfying you? What is it about your life that needs to change? What is something big that we can do? Now, I don't want this to be misinterpreted. I don't want you to assume that the only way to do it is to, well, quit my job. I've done that before. It doesn't always work out. I've been in a position where I've realized that where I'm at is stagnating. I'm not feeling it. I'm bored with it. I don't like it. I don't feel that I can grow. It's that 4 of Cups kind of thing. Knowing that there's something better out there for you. And in my case, I just said, I'm quitting my job. I had no plan. I had no money. Barely had a car that worked. I just threw up my hands and quit. Walked out, got in my car. And that's an abrupt thing. That's drastic, right? I was 20, almost 21, I think, at the time. So a long time ago. And I didn't have any plan. And I went home, and then I started to worry, thinking, oh man, what did I do? How am I going to pay rent, And then I ended up just, looking for another job, getting another job. And then before I knew it, I was in the same position I was in, but just at a different place, So it doesn't always work. It doesn't mean that we just have to do the most abrupt thing and just kind of walk away from everything. The tearing down that we need to do is something internal. It doesn't mean you have to kind of ruin your life because then you're forced to rebuild it, right? But the chances are you're just going to rebuild another tower. It's not helping the problem. It's just creating more problems. So what we really have to do, I think, is break through this mental stuff and a little bit of the emotional stuff. Breaking through the emotional stuff will get us to this high priestess. And this is the real truth. This is the intuition. This is the message. And the message that's carrying you forward into your best life. So really this tower is kind of breaking through this ice wall, right, to get to this high priestess. And the ice wall is really, and we need a little bit of the air energy in there. We need a little bit of fire in there. Because we have to try to figure out, what is it that we believe in? What is it that we value? What is it that we really feel is our purpose? What is it that we truly, truly desire? Right? And that's kind of where we might get stuck in the air a little bit, because we think, okay, well, my best life, I can see that I would, my 9 of Cups maybe is over here in this direction. Okay, let's think about that. Let's analyze it. Let's think it through. Let's try to find some faults in that. You know, picture yourself there, you know, in a month, a year, 5 years. Is it another tower, or is this your purpose? We've got to narrow this thing down to one absolute truth. We need an ace here. We don't have one, obviously, but what we do have is a 3 of Wands. Okay, and this is going to be the key, I think. The idea of discovering what it is we really, really desire. That's the most difficult thing. And if we can get down to that central truth, then everything else we acquire, obtain, go after, pursue in our life is all centered around that one truth. That ace. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. I would like the mystery card to be an Ace of Cups. That is the one fundamental desire, the core desire. Yeah. And then all of the other cups extend out from that. Underneath everything, a 6 of Pentacles. This is here beneath the surface. This is perhaps a hint of what you want, especially when we've got the 6 of Wands over here. 6 and 6. Fire to earth. I talk a lot about that. Fire to earth. I think something to do with your core desire is something to do with community, something to do with collaboration. You know, because I feel that you function. You seem to be the happiest, at least from what I can feel. You seem to be the happiest when you are kind of leading a group of individuals. It feels like an artistic collaboration. It could be business too, but I think there's both sides of it. You know, there's creative, and then there's obviously like selling or producing something for financial return. You know. But I feel like you're not really a solo artist, right? You're not a solo player. That there's this sense of togetherness that's important to you. And with the 6 of Pentacles, I think we're really looking for that group into which we can really fit and harmonize and resonate. You know, could be that we've had experiences with these, being involved in a group, but it's just always kind of dysfunctional. That we've always kind of just wanted this feeling of not even a group, a family. A sense of family, right? And with the Six of Wands too, this idea of family that works together for common purpose, producing that life, building that life, continuing to build the family and the reality. Because I feel like you've always wanted that, but perhaps never had anything too close to that ideal of the wholesome, harmonious family kind of situation. Now I think maybe we're looking for that in the outside world. Chosen family, work family, a tight-knit group of friends, right? It feels like family. So I'm not just talking about blood relations, I'm talking about that feeling of family. Yeah. And I think that is part of the part of that resonance where everybody's working toward a common goal. Everybody has the best interest of the group in mind. Yeah. It might be part of that tower energy too, something that we need to tear down, something that we need to really look at behind the appearances of it, And I think that really applies to most families, right? From the outside, that family looks perfect. Well, you look beneath the surface and you don't. You see the dysfunction, right? It's not perfect. But I think that's what we're doing with this tower energy, is that we're trying to tear down the facade of ourselves so that we can at least at first admit, I'm not happy, that there is something that I can recognize, realize, hold on to that will allow me to pursue happiness, right? Not to make you happy. Nothing can make you happy. But you can be happy in your life, in the process of living, of working, of doing whatever it is you do. But I think the first step is to tear down this illusion that things are good. I'm okay. Things are stable, familiar. It's good. I'm good. We're good. First, we have to admit that there's something missing, that there's something more. Maybe not something missing, but that there's so much more that we could have, so much more that we could feel. Because a 4 is pretty stable. And I think most people are fine with a 4. It's not easy to get out of the 4s. Right? We see another 4 over here too with the 4 of Swords. Look at that. We've got 4 of Cups, 4 of Swords. We've got a 6 of Wands and a 6 of Discs. This is really where it's at. This is the beauty and harmony. This is the best of both worlds, of heaven and earth. This is the sweet spot right here with the 6s. Most people are okay with the 4. Thinking and feeling 4. Intellectual pursuits, emotional, spiritual pursuits, relationships. Right. The 4 is usually okay. People get to a 4, fine, good, I'm good, we're good. But you are feeling called to more than just good. And that's the High Priestess. And I think this truth is being revealed to you. I think what we're doing is we're tearing down this tower and we're freeing that High Priestess energy, right? We're freeing that intuition. We're freeing that Holy Spirit, so to speak, out of that tower. And the tower, yes, it's the physical reality, but it's more of just it's kind of representing the 4s, right? It's the tower that we've built with our hearts and our minds that just kind of keep us here. This is familiar. This is stable. I don't want to rock the boat. I should be content with this. But the tower just says, you're not. And you need to realize that you're not, so that you can discover your personal truth and that you can speak your truth. You can speak your word into existence, and we can get this Nine of Cups. Now, what I said about the Three of Wands, the one powerful truth. Well, this is the Trinity that is really a unity. The three become one. So this, in effect, is an Ace of Wands. This is that one powerful truth. And when you discover that, when you see what looks like an Ace of Wands, take a closer look at it and split it up into its three components: mind, body, heart, right? You're thinking, you're feeling, and you're doing. Let's see if this is really it, right? Because with the Three of Wands, this is kind of saying that, look, no action can take place, no reality can be built from this. Nothing will come of this fire energy unless your body, your mind, and your heart are in unison, right? And this is how you're able to commit to something. If you're not fully invested in it, if you can't see it taking place or expanding or unfolding physically, mentally, emotionally, and it's not really it. Yeah. So we examine our idea, our impulse, our inspiration, our will. We take that unity and we can expand it, examine it. Right? Does it resonate with our heart mind? Does it resonate with your beliefs? Does it resonate with your values? And does it resonate with you on a physical level? You know, as something that you could see yourself doing. You know. And I think this is the one powerful truth that you have to discover. Because this is what you're meant to do. And this is what is going to give you that Nine of Cups feeling. You know, the joy, the happiness is in the doing, not in the having. Yeah, it's in the doing. And again, we've got that Six of Wands in the position of the environment. There's something to do with cooperation here, something to do with a sense of family, about you and a group with similar will, similar goals, intentions. And that impulse is reaching manifestation. It's like there are a group of individuals that all together form a unity and produce something extraordinary. So I don't know if you're getting involved with a company, a charitable organization, a community organization, an artistic collaboration, whatever it is, but it's up to you to discover what that is. Wherever this sense of family is manifesting is up to you and what you discover about yourself. Now, we've got the Four of Swords here, and this is in the position of what you don't want. And this is that intellectual complacency. We had the kind of emotional stuff. Now this is a situation where you're not being challenged. We don't want that. You want to continue to be challenged. We don't want fours of any kind, really, right? This is the idea that you're never really done learning. You're never really done listening. You're never really done growing. You're never done communicating, strengthening your bonds, deepening your relationships with others. Right? And this is a key to it. And that's why this is in the position of the obstacle, of this kind of like what you don't want. There has to be some tension. Right? The Four of Swords is everybody kind of getting along. And you know that's not how families work, right? in any kind of a functioning group like this, when there is this kind of harmony and resonance, it doesn't mean that everybody just agrees with everybody. It doesn't mean that everybody gets along. It means that everybody is free to express differing opinions without fear of backlash, right? Fear of resentment or anything like that. There's that feeling of family. Everybody is comfortable being individuals with different talents, different skills, different opinions, different beliefs. And that's what you need. You need to be challenged and inspired by your environment, and not just told what you want to hear, just to keep you quiet, right? That's not what we want. Now, we've got the Moon card at the end. The Moon card, I think, is a very big shift for you from nighttime to daytime, right? It's a big change. It's what's coming in your life is basically going to feel like you're waking up. It's going to feel like you've been sleeping, or you've been in a dream, or maybe even a nightmare. And now you're finally waking up. And it's a glorious morning. Glorious morning. And it's one of those mornings where I don't know what the day is going to bring us. But I'm excited to get out there and find out. And that's kind of the Nine of Cups feeling right there. The joy, the excitement. Let's go find out what this day is going to become. Right. First, we've got to wake up out of this nighttime energy that we're in. So, mystery card, what is it? If you want to venture a prediction, put your answer down in the comments section. I'd like to see an Ace of Cups, like I said. That was my original wish, right? Was to know your original wish will soon be discovered. And maybe that's what this is. Maybe this one powerful truth is an Ace of Cups. It is you getting back to your original wish, your original desire, right? As far deep as down, as back, whatever as you can go to get to that Ace of Cups. Right? What is it that you have always wanted to do or to be? We've got to simplify things down as far as possible. I'm thinking Ace of Cups, but I don't know. I'm kind of feeling more air energy too. One thing I want to do first, let's do a language of flowers. I feel like that Eight of Swords up there is just kind of staring at me. And I want to do one affirmation card for that. Okay? Because that could sometimes become some pessimism. It's kind of this idea that, yeah, I know there's more to life than what I'm doing, but I just don't have the time. I just don't have the energy. I'm not good enough. It's too late. I'm too old. I've heard that one before. So let's... absence. What's not here is the key. Right? Absence. What is not here is the key. And what's not here is that kind of joy and love and bliss in our activities, in our life, in what we're doing. What's not here is us waking up eager to face the day. I cannot wait to see what this day is going to bring me. So that's what's missing. And that's a confirmation right there. But let's look at this card now. Let's look at this mystery card. Still thinking Ace of Cups. No. It's not the Ace of Cups, but it's the strength, the courage, the bravery, the creativity that we need to take care of this, to do this, to have this, to facilitate this breakthrough. It's going to require some strength, some courage, some control. This isn't just a random explosion. It's a controlled demolition, right, of the facade. So this is the first thing that we need, is the strength and the courage to do this. That's why this tower is where it is. It's like the first card in the, it's all the way to the side here. It's kind of what has to come first before all this other stuff can be dealt with. So we need strength. We need courage, bravery, control. You need to believe that you're powerful enough to do this. And I know that you are. Now we're going to do an extended reading as well. If you want to stick around, click on the link in the corner. Yeah. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings, not just for Sagittarius, but for every sign. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.